Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the so-called LTR visa or long-term residence visa. As we've discussed in multiple videos previously, residence isn't quite the right word in English to use for these visas because it does not provide permanent residence. It provides sort of a long stay option, but it's not an option to reside legally, to be a lawful permanent resident in the kingdom. It's not the same thing. That stated, and I know I probably sound like a broken record on that, some updates on this. I thought about making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, "Both the Cambodian and the Thai 10-year golden visas have fallen flat." The thrust of this whole article goes in kind of a different direction. We're going to quote some excerpts here, but I urge you, if you're watching this video, go check out that article for yourself. Again, pattayamail.com. Quoting directly, "Expectations that rich or talented foreigners would rush to take advantage of 10-year permissions of stay have failed to gain traction. Neither the Thai nor the Cambodian authorities have published meaningful data on completed applications, and little has been heard of either scheme since the launchings last year." Quoting further, "In Thailand, the long-term residence scheme is run by the Board of Investment with options for rich retirees, global travelers, and executives. Most inquirers have found the bureaucracy most complex, with the principal advantage being tax concessions via digital work permit on income earned in Thailand." Now, as we've discussed in prior videos, not all of the iterations of this LTR visa do allow for that digital work permit. Meanwhile, as we've discussed previously, that digital work permit and all of the quote-unquote tax concessions, I'm not completely certain that that is an optimal quote-unquote concession, because as we've discussed in prior videos, there are other methods of maintaining long-term status in Thailand with, by the way, a path to actual lawful permanent residence in Thailand, which when you sort of do the math, the taxes kind of all come out in the wash. And this so-called concession isn't quite as concession-y. It's not quite as optimal as it would at first appear. Meanwhile, as we've discussed again in other videos, there's this, and again, it's not super clear because this is a relatively new program, but as we've discussed in other videos, and I've cited sources, that there is sort of an ongoing kind of audit requirement associated with these digital work permits that does not exist in much of any other context. So on the one hand, yeah, okay, there's a work element associated with this type of visa. On the other hand, do you really want to volunteer for constant tax scrutiny? That's basically my concern at the end of the day, where I kind of think maybe this isn't the most optimal thing in the world. Again, we've discussed this in prior videos. We've done the citations of that. You can go in, I would go to the search function of our YouTube channel and just type in long-term residence or LTR. It'll pop up and you'll be able to go through and read about all, or listen and understand all that stuff and see all that stuff with the citations. But yeah, I discussed that previously. This has been discussed that, like, look, there's this kind of permanent scrutiny, if you will, associated with, in a tax context, associated with so-called long-term residence visas here in the Kingdom of Thailand.